What's going on, everyone? Gilbert Burns versus Michael Morales goes down this weekend in a dog shit Apex fucking card. Yeah, we're right back to the torture zone, boys, and let's get right into this piece of shit. Holy fuck. Starting with this card, Tisha Pennington takes on Luana Pinheiro. I'm gonna take... I think Luana Pinheiro's on a 3-fight loss streak. And I think Tisha Pennington is coming off of a win over Esparza. But fuck. Oh my god. 5-1 versus 5-2. That's tough. She gave Jillian Robertson a really hard fight. I thought I almost lost on that bet on Prates and Magny. You know, actually, I'm going to take Luana Pinheiro to win. Are there odds? No odds, of course. I'll take Luana Pinheiro to win as the early pick. Just being able to outstrike Tisha Pennington, outdamage her, and win the fight, probably by decision. Maybe has a submission attempt or two. Tisha Pennington maybe out-wrestles her in one round, and it's a classic 29-28 boring women's shitty decision. It's going to be the first fight. Garbage. Moving on, Hyung Sung Park takes on Carlos Hernandez. You know, I always thought Carlos Hernandez wasn't that bad. Like, he's always fought tough guys. Fuck, there's no odds here either. I would assume Hyung Sung Park is going to be the favorite, though. 100%. Right? No. He should be the favorite. He probably is the favorite. If I go check on fucking... You know what, guys? Let's do this fucking breakdown on Tapology. Yeah, there is 12 fights on this card. Now let's get right into it. Oh, shit. Let's do some canceled fights as well really quick. Jun Young Park and Ishmael Nauradiev. I would have gone Nauradiev split. I would have gone in this one Hamdi Abdel Wahab decision. Guy can't lose a decision. Robbery king. You got fucking outboxed and masterclass by Pogues on the feet and still won. I don't get it. I would have probably gone Gaziv to beat Spivak. I would have gone Blades. I'm going to go Blades to beat Kuniev when they fight in Azerbaijan. I think Stoltzfus actually would have beaten Alhassan. And I think Evloev would have beaten Aaron Pico. But you never know, man. I can't wait to see the debut of Aaron Pico. He's going to be good. We just got to see who they match him up against. Hopefully it's like a fucking... a year or something. But Hyung Sung Park, Peace of Mind, takes on Carlos Hernandez. And honestly, guys, I think Carlos Hernandez can win this one. I think Hyung Sung Park hasn't really fought the best guys and hasn't looked great against many of them. If we go to Hyung Sung Park's record, a lot of his wins are really fucking shitty. I can't lie. 13-8. Shannon Ross, welcome to the club. Fucking Sung Yak Choi. This guy fucking 6-1, okay. But then he beat this 8-3 guy, 6-2, 6-3, and then the rest of the guys he fought 0-0, 4-4-5. How do you have this record? And then he fought a 2-2 guy. Like, most of his wins are pretty shit fighters. Hernandez is going to be the more experienced guy. I think if this fight gets later, Hernandez is going to be able to get him tired. But the striking is dangerous early. I got to do a bit more tape study on this one. Fucking old Korean. Not old, young as fuck. But I'm going to say right now, guys, the early lean is going to be Carlos Hernandez to win this fight via decision. I think he'll have a tough time early. But start to take him down. Start to wear on him. Start to beat on him. Split with Niemdrick, Ultraman, Dembrell is pretty bad. Ray Saruya, though, losing by decision, not the worst, obviously. But Tyra knocking you out cold isn't good. He literally knocked the fuck out of Bondar. I don't know why this was a decision. Yeah, guys. I'm going to lean Carlos Hernandez actually to win this fight via decision, 29-28. I think Hyung Sung Park's going to slow down after an early knockdown. Moving on up the card. Denise Gomes takes on Elise Reed. Bro, I'm going to go Denise Gomez. Yeah, she's a minus 500 favorite. I'm going to go Denise Gomes to win this fight. I'm not even going to say it's side decision. I'm going to say she wins this fight via decision. I think this card's going to suck, boys. Oh, fuck. Honestly, guys, I think Elise Reed and Denise Gomez are going to have a okay scrap. I think they're going to try and go. I think Denise Gomez might win this fight by finish, actually. I'm going to say Denise Gomez wins this fight by knockout. Round 2 or round 1, I think she's 2-2. Or no, not round 1. There's no round 1 KOs. Maybe round 2 TKO. Elise Reed starts to get in trouble against the fence, standing TKO for Denise Gomez. Dog shit lesbian tranny women. She's going to win. Oh my God. Like, how many fucking garbage women's MMA fights can we have? Luana Santos takes on Tainara Lisboa. I don't even fucking have a real breakdown on this one. I'm going to go... Yeah. I'm going to go Luana Santos. I don't give a fuck. More finishing ability. I'm going to have her in more trouble on the feet, more trouble on the ground. Maybe Lisboa controls her and wins the fight via decision. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. Moving on to a finally okay fight. Yader Del Val, the Cuban problem, takes on the controller, Connor Matthews. I think Matthews is a decent underdog in this fight. I think he is, but he ain't winning. My boy Yader Del Val is going to win. This guy's a dog, bro. I watched this fight on the Contender Series. He's an absolute dog. Yeah, he's kind of green. He's kind of new to the game, you know what I mean? It's kind of early for him to be in the UFC. But minus 420, that's a fucking heavy chalk to lay on this guy. I think minus 420 is a bit wild. But I like Yader Del Val to win this fight. I think he's going to win. I don't know how. Maybe TKO. Matthews' last 2 losses, I think, were by TKO. And I think he's going to lose again, be a TKO. The Delgado KO was really nasty. I'm going to say Yader Del Val, though, melts him and TKOs him later. Yader Del Val, man, he's something from Cuba, so maybe Cuba can finally get something after that piece of shit Robelis to Spain. Shout out my boy Waldo for destroying him. Moving on, Jared Flash Gordon takes on Thiago Moises. Battle of Killcliff versus AFC. 2 of Florida's best gyms go at it. Honestly, guys, I'm going to go Jared Gordon. I think he's going to outstrike Thiago Moises. I don't think Moises is going to be able to take him down. I can see Gordon keeping it on the feet, kind of cracking Moises. Moises was losing a lot in the fight to Trey Ogden on the feet and arguably lost that fight. Obviously, he KO'd Mitch Ramirez with low kicks. Then he lost to Ludovic Klein. Chin Mark Madsen should have beaten Nasrat Haqparast when they fought. Green headbutt KO'd him, which was kind of want to lean Moises, actually. He's the younger guy. Okay, I'm going to lean early as the early pick for Jared Gordon. I'm going to say Jared Gordon outstrikes Moises and goes to a decision with him. Wins 29-28 on the scorecards, but it's an absolute banger. I think they're just going to slug in the pocket the entire time. Jared Gordon's chin, though, is always worrying. But moving on, Mateus Camilo, the Jaguar, takes on Gabe Green. Now moving on to lightweight. After getting stiffed out cold by Brian Battle about 2 years ago. Honestly, guys, I'm going to say Mateus Camilo is going to win this fight. He just beat I don't know how the fuck to pronounce Dorobosh Katov. No, I don't even know. Nabotov or whatever, the guy that called out Dana at UFC 308 to get onto the UFC roster, but Dana said you got to have one more fight, and he lost that fight to Mateus Camilo, who's had his losses here and there, but dude, I think he's a dangerous prospect. I don't think he's the most dangerous prospect or anything, but I think he's good enough to get past a Gabe Green. Obviously, I can't see a Gabe Green doing enough to control him and wrestle him for the fight. But I just don't think it's going to be enough. And I can't believe it's on the main card. But give me Mateus Camilo to win this fight via knockout. I think it's going to be a KO where he catches Gabe Green. Gabe Green's going to be cutting a lot more weight than he's ever cut. And he just got stiffed out cold. I don't think he'll be as measured. He's not a very good guy on the feet. And yeah, man, I just think Mateus Camilo is going to be way more educated and just finish him, man. Just be better everywhere and finish him. Round 2, I'll say. Moving on the card, Mikael Costa takes on Julian Juicy Jayarosa. Both guys are on 3-fight win streaks. Both guys have beaten C-Rod. Both guys have beaten an Unk in Feely and Elkins. You know what, guys? I'm going to lean Melquizael Costa to win this fight via decision. No, I think he's going to win this fight via knockout. Julian Rosa's chin's very sus. He was getting hit a lot in the Elkins fight. Still didn't look that great. And yeah, man, I think Melquizael is going to win this fight. I think he's just going to be the more well-rounded fighter of the two. I think Elkins is going to have some blistering moments where he goes out there and tries to catch Melquizael off guard, but I think Melquizael is going to be very locked in this fight. Knee the shit out of Rosa in the clinch. I think Melquizael's got very good clinch work. I think he can actually knock Rosa out from the clinch. I think it's going to be a knee from Ty Plum clinch for Melquizael Costa, and I think he floors Julian Rosa stiff to the ground. Couple more shots. It's a brutal finish. And let's see, Melquizael, this fucking absolute black-white guy, keeps fucking fighting. He's so fucking hideous. Someone kill this rodent, please. Hopefully it's a Rosa, but Nursultan Black Ruziboyev takes on Dustin Stoltzfus. Guys, Ruziboyev finish. Just going to happen. Stoltzfus' the only way to win this fight is by wrestling, and wins this fight via like a late submission. As we do know, Ruziboyev isn't dangerous off of his back, but he's got good initial takedown defense, and I don't think Stoltzfus is going to get past it. I think Ruziboyev is going to find that long, lanky right straight or right uppercut in the first round sits Stoltzfus down and knocks him out cold. He was getting hit a lot by Barrio before he knocked him out, which is actually kind of aging well win. But it's Bruno Silva that Barrio beat. And yeah, man, I just think... I don't think Stoltzfus is going to win. I think Ruzabolov's got this in the bag. I think he's going to win this fight via first round knockout. And yeah, man. Moving on up the card. Finally an interesting fight. Myron, the legend Santos, takes on Super Sadiq Yusuff. Honestly, guys, damn, 73% is going with Tapology. And I agree. I'm going to be going with Sadiq Yusuff in this fight, I think. Myron Santos showed me a lot of struggle against fucking Francis Marshall. I know this fight's going to be at 155, even though they're both featherweights, which I actually think benefits Sadiq more than it benefits Myron, because Sadiq kind of has a chin problem. I think if this fight was at 145, Myron has a better chance of chinning him. But I trust Sadiq's experience. This isn't a locked-in pick by any means. I can obviously switch to Myron. Myron's the younger guy. But I think Sadiq Yusuff at plus money is going to be way harder hitting. I think he's going to crack Myron Santos and actually knock him out in round 2. I think Sadiq Yusuff is going to pull off a pretty good upset and win this fight via knockout. Moving on up the card. Paul Craig takes on Rodolfo Bellato. Mate, honestly, I think I can fetch a triangle. I wish Paul Craig can fetch that triangle. He can win this fight. Bellato just finds a way to get rocked and dropped in every fight. Finds a way to be in trouble in every fight. And I think if he makes big mistakes on the ground with Craig, he will get submitted. Like, Bellato's a beanhead, absolute totem pole retard. But I believe if his coaches did any game planning for him, and if he did any study himself, he'll keep this fight on the feet, and he'll win this fight via second round knockout. I think Rodolfo Bellato is going to go in there and melt Paul Craig on the feet and take TKO him. I don't think he's going to knock him out cold. I just think he's going to TKO him against the fence. Rock him, drop him, a couple more shots. Craig's going to still be conscious, but Bellato's going to win. Maybe even in round 1. I just think he's much bigger than Craig, much stronger than Craig. But this does scream like a matchup where Craig fetches a triangle, like I said, mate. I feel like I can catch you down, Bar. But honestly, I'm going to be trusting Rodolfo Bellato to get the win. I thought he beat Jimmy Crute when they fought. But he did die at the end of that first round. So I can see it being a draw. I just didn't think Jimmy Crute did enough to win. And moving on up the card to the main event of the evening. Gilbert Bunes. Gilbert? Bro, like fucking first name being Gilbert is so tough. Gilbert and Herbert are the two toughest names I've ever heard in my life. Like, what the fuck were your parents doing? What were the Burns family thinking? But Gilbert Burns, honestly, being a 7-1 underdog is fucking stupid. Absolutely stupid. I cannot believe that he's a 7-1 underdog. I'm putting some money on Burns, but I'm going to be picking Michael Morales to win this fight via second or third round TKO. I think he's going to win and find Burns' chin, hurt him, stumble him, crumble him, and finish him. I think early, Morales is going to get his jab going, look sharp, land body kicks. But I think Burns is actually going to drop Morales. I got a weird feeling he's going to drop Morales in this fight with an overhand or something. I think he's going to hurt Morales. Obviously, the full breakdown will be later. But honestly, guys, I can fucking see Gilbert winning this one, and I might switch my pick to Gilbert Burns because Gilbert Burns being a 7-1 underdog is fucking ridiculous, bro. I've never seen this level of stupidity in the odds in my life. They are giving you no chance of making any money on Michael Morales. And honestly, I think he's going to win, but I'm not that fucking confident, bro. I think Burns has got a real shot, especially his last 3 losses are Sean Brady decision where he looked pretty decent. Jack Della Maddalena, where he won 2 rounds and then got TKO'd in the 3rd, even though I didn't think he won round 1. And Bilal Muhammad, the former champion. Guys, Gilbert has an absolute chance to melt and TKO and submit Morales. Morales' best win is fucking Neil Magny and Jake Matthews. I don't know, man. I think Gilbert Burns can win. I think Morales can win. I'm going to be picking Michael Morales as the early lean, but I might even pick the plus 500 underdog Gilbert Burns to get the massive upset. I can't believe the odds are like this, and we'll see, guys. The pick is going to be Michael Morales, be a 3rd or 4th round TKO, actually. I think he's just going to find Burns' chin, stumble him. I think he's going to hurt Burns with a jab. And thank you guys so much for watching. He has a problem with southpaw jabs, this Burns. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.